The story begins with an injured man telling a knight that it was a beautiful dream. He said that he wanted to destroy it, devour it, and raise it. The injured man had a stake sticking out of his body. He told the blonde knight that it is unfortunate. Immediately he said this, he lost consciousness and died. The knight was relieved to see that the man was finally dead. He turned around and said that this pathetic end is what the most evil villain deserves. The scene shifts, and we are introduced to a novelist whose name is Nam Woo-hyun. He is the writer responsible for creating the world the knight and the villain lived in. With the death of the strongest villain in the world, Woo-hyun's series was about to come to an end. The next chapter was going to wrap everything up. For Woo-hyun, it was a miserable experience to write a novel that he didn't want to write. He raised his hand and stretched it out. He was relieved to see that he was going to end this novel tomorrow. He decided to leave all his regrets behind. While he was thinking, Woo-hyun hears someone knock on his door. He was surprised to see that someone came to visit him at this time of the night. He knew that it was too late for anyone to be knocking on doors. He moved close to the door and asked the person for their identity. Immediately he did this. The person stopped knocking. Woo-hyun was surprised to see this. He wondered if the person was a drunkard. He decided to ignore it and go to bed. The moment he turned around, he saw something floating on the ceiling. It was a shining paper. The paper fell to the ground. Woo-hyun wondered about where the paper came from. When he picked it up, he saw that someone wrote that it is a gift. The person asked him to write on it whenever he needs help. Woo-hyun was surprised to see that it was a gift. While he was staring at the paper, it released a dark and ominous energy. When Woo-hyun raised his head, he saw the villain in his book in front of him. Woo-hyun was shocked to see him. The villain could not believe that this was how he was going to die. He said that he put in a lot of time and effort into his plan. He told Woo-hyun that he spent 10 years sharpening his blade to take revenge on the people that felled his family. He said that he lost his family, friends, lover, and many more things. He told Woo-hyun that he still failed despite everything he did. He told him that he must know about him more than anyone else. Woo-hyun did not know what he was talking about. The villain raised his hand and slowly covered our boy in his dark energy. With a smile on his face, he asked Woo-hyun to do something for him. He told him that he will watch over him. The scene shifts, and we see a young man sleeping on a bed. The man opened his eyes and looked around. He wondered if he passed out. The man noticed something odd. He looked around the room he was in. He noticed that he couldn't recognize the place. The man turns out to be Woo-hyun. Our boy wondered why he was wearing some weird clothes. He quickly went to a mirror to see his reflection. Woo-hyun was shocked to see what was in the mirror. He quickly recognized the ominously crimson hair and the slime mouth. He saw the thin slitted eyes that hid any traces of emotion. He quickly checked his neck. He saw that he had a cross tattoo. Woo-hyun now understood his situation. He realized that he has possessed the body of Arson Adele, the most powerful villain in his novel. The worst part was that he took over Adele's body a few days before his assassination attempt. The Arson family is a line of mixed blood descended from demons. Thanks to the power in their blood, they were once one of the greatest families in the empire. However, they fell due to 6 specific families. Right now, the bloodline of the Arson family lies solely with Adele. This was the reason why Adele became a villain. He attempted to take revenge, but he failed. This was why he brought his creator into this world. Unfortunately for Woo-hyun, he will be killed by the knights of the 6 families in a few days from now. Our boy quickly opened his status window. In terms of talent, Adele is one of the most gifted people in the novel. However, his talents cannot be compared to the talents the main characters possess. Woo-hyun didn't want Adele to be impossible to defeat, no matter how attractive a villain may seem. Our boy had no intention of letting them defeat the main character. After looking at Adele's status window, Woo-hyun realized that Adele is unable to control mana. He did not expect that the backstory he set to make Adele intimidating would affect him like this. While panicking, Woo-hyun saw something on the bed. It was the paper he was given for emergency situations. Our boy recalled that the paper appeared before Adele put him into the novel. He had completely forgotten about it. He remembered that the paper asked him to ask when he needs something. When Woo-hyun picked up the paper, he saw that the text was gone. The paper was now blank. Our boy believed that he was going to die here. The paper referred to him as creator and asked him if he doesn't know how to use the gift. It asked him to answer with yes or no. Upon seeing that the paper called him creator, Woo-hyun realized that the original Adele was the one controlling the paper. The paper asked him to write yes or no again. Woo-hyun decided to go along with it. He wrote yes. The paper explained to him that it will answer anything he writes on it. Some questions do not have a price while some do. The more important the question, the higher the price. Woo-hyun asked the paper to tell him how to return to the real world. The paper told him that it is impossible. Our boy was annoyed to see that he couldn't even count on this. He decided to change his question. He asked the paper to give him a detailed explanation on how to use mana and how to use Adele's traits. Woo-hyun believed that he needed to focus on the urgent issues. The paper told him that he does not need to pay for this question. It covered our boy with its energy and asked him if he wants to imprint mana manipulation and the method to use Adele's traits into his body. Woo-hyun accepted the offer. Immediately he did this. He could feel mana in his body. The first trait was the ability to take away someone's 5 senses. It is known as darkness. Woo-hyun summoned the trait in his palm. The trait should normally be larger than this, but it was still useful. The next trait gives Woo-hyun the ability to restrain opponents with his killing intent. Knights and trained soldiers will be able to handle it, but it will work on ordinary people. Adele's third and overpowered trait is position transfer. It gives Woo-hyun the ability to switch places with an object of his choosing. This is the best assassination skill in this world. The moment our boy activated it, a magic circle appeared below him and asked him to designate. For now, Woo-hyun could only designate about 20 square yards. It is actually pathetic when compared to Adele's power in the novel. Our boy believed that his ability will improve if he keeps practicing. He saw an armor in the room and decided to use move. The moment he did this, he and the armor switched places. Our boy actually fell on the ground. He was not surprised to see this. He knew that he couldn't get it on his first try. He told himself that he will practice for as long as he needs to. He was determined to succeed and survive. The scene shifts and we see some soldiers riding to Woo-hyun's location. Their leader told them that they must kill him this time. In the next scene, we are taken to the Arson family estate. We see the soldiers walk into the mansion. 2 servants were waiting for them. Captain Feltz of Leon County asked the servants to tell him where our boy is. They said that he is in his room. Feltz asked them about the state he is in. The older servant revealed to him that our boy hasn't moved for days. Feltz seemed a bit disappointed to hear this. He and his soldiers barged into the room. Adele welcomed Feltz into his room with a dagger in his hand. He asked him if he can't allow a young boy like him live. For the sake of the story, I will call Woo-hyun Adele. Feltz asked our boy not to be stupid. He ordered a soldier to eliminate him. The soldier raised his sword and stepped forward. Adele activated his position transfer and designated his sword as the item to swap with. He switched positions with the man's sword. The man was shocked to see this. Adele stabbed him in the neck before he could put himself together. The other soldiers were shocked to see this. Feltz didn't seem very surprised. Our boy quickly moved back. Feltz ordered his soldiers to get him. Adele quickly jumped through the window and threw his dagger on the ground. He activated his position transfer again and switched positions with the dagger. Immediately, he got to the ground. He began to run. He wanted to get to the arson forest. Feltz ordered his soldiers to chase after Adele. The scene shifts, and we are taken to the arson forest. We see Adele panting as he ran. Our boy knew that even if he is able to escape the territory and lose the knights, he will still die. Instead of doing this, he decided to go through the gate in the forest that leads to the demonic realm. The demonic realm has currently taken great damage because of a war with the humans. Adele believes that they might accept him there if he shows enough talent. Unfortunately, our boy still had a problem. He quickly stopped to rest. While breathing heavily, he hears some footsteps. He wondered if the soldiers have already caught up to him. He quickly hid behind a tree. He saw Feltz order his men to search for him. The issue Adele had was that he didn't know the exact location of the gate. He was certain that it was close by. Before he could start searching, he stepped on a twig. Adele was shocked to see what he did. Before he could react, someone fired an attack that destroyed a large amount of trees at him. The person turned out to be Feltz. The captain called Adele a slippery bastard. Fortunately, Adele was able to change locations before the attack could hit him. Now he had 2 more position transfers that he could use. Our boy knew that he had to find this gate quickly. He realized that he didn't have a lot of choice. He took out the paper and asked it to tell him the exact location of the gate that leads to the demonic realm in the arson forest. The paper told him that the information comes at a price. It asked him to pay 100 gold or provide it with an artifact of the relic rank. Adele was annoyed to see this. He called the original Adele a bastard. He did not know how he was going to get such an item in this situation. Before he could write anything down, a bright light shined behind him and a huge explosion occurred. Adele was sent flying. He slammed his back on a tree. Feltz asked him if he ran away because he wanted to live. With a smile on his face, he told our boy that he must die here whether he likes it or not. Adele spat out some blood and asked the captain not to make him laugh. He said that he isn't going to die. Our boy knew that he still had one more method left to use. He decided to try it. Phelps did not expect Adele to resist until the end. He realized that our boy was still a patriarch even though he is weak. Adele asked him to tell him why he is acting dignified when a bunch of adults came to catch one kid. He advised Phelps to change his profession and become a nanny. The captain was annoyed to hear this. He took a stance and raised his sword. He told Adele that he wanted to send him off without pain. He told him that he will now pierce his heart with the sword given to him by Count Leon. The moment he said this, he charged at our boy and asked him to die. Adele smiled when he saw him coming towards him. He quickly took out the paper and placed it in front of his chest. The paper released a bright light when Phelps's sword touched it. It thanked Adele for paying the price and assessed the item to be barely more than the required amount. The paper informed him that it will guide him to the gate of the demonic realm. Adele smiled when he heard this. The captain's sword disappeared from his hand. He was shocked to see this. Before he could do anything, a bright red light shined from another direction. Immediately Adele saw the light. He activated position transfer and moved towards that direction. Phelps asked him to stop. While running, our boy noticed that he could hear the sound of things getting destroyed behind him. He could not believe that Phelps followed him here. Fortunately for him, he found the gate. Before he could enter it, Phelps picked up a huge piece of wood and told him that he won't let him get away. He threw the wood at Adele. Before the wood could touch him, our boy moved into the gate. He wished Phelps goodbye as he went into the demonic realm. The captain was annoyed to see this. He did not expect Adele to go to the demonic realm. In the next scene, we see Adele eating beef jerky. He wondered about the amount of time that has passed. When he woke up from passing through the gate, he found himself in a dungeon. It is a man-made dungeon that someone created. It is known as the secret demonic arts place. Adele wondered why there was jerky and a stone bed in a place like this. He wondered if it was made by someone protecting a treasure. Apart from this, there was also a huge barrier in front of him that deflects blades from the front and the stone guardian. Adele found this dungeon to be very strange. He was quite scared of the guardian. He knew that he will die if he attacks the guardian. While thinking, he noticed that the paper was glowing. It informed him that this is a one-time thing. It told him that he will receive a penalty the next time. It explained to our boy that he cannot offer objects that are not in his possession as the price. It told him that information exchange won't take place if he does not follow this rule. Adele believed that the original him is insane. He did not expect him to let it go. While thinking, he saw something odd on the wall. The stone wall looked strange to him. When he pressed the stone wall, it told him that he does not have the right. Adele realized that the stone wall was supposed to be used to deactivate the barrier. He now had to find another way of getting out of here. While looking at the barrier, he saw a stone on the ground. He could tell that it fell from the stone guardian's body. Our boy got an idea. He activated position transfer and designated the stone as the item. He used move to switch positions with the stone. He was able to get past the barrier. Adele was happy to see that it worked. Unfortunately for him, the stone guardian was waiting for him inside the room. It growled at him. The scene shifts, and we are taken to a castle in the demonic realm. We see a man scolding a servant for pouring some water on the ground. A demon with horns watched this man from his balcony. This demon is Crete. He is the patriarch of the bear's family. Crete walked into his office. He realized that everyone was busy because his daughter is attempting to raid the mid-level hidden domain soon. The situation was tricky for the patriarch. If his daughter succeeds, she will receive the right to enter Sidon. Even if Crete ordered her to fail, she will go against his words. This is because she will only be able to get her revenge on the humans that killed her mother by entering Sidon. Crete felt bad for his daughter. He wondered if she will be able to survive in a place where only terrible bastards gather. While he was thinking, a maid barged into his office and told him that there is trouble. With a scary look on his face, Crete asked the maid to tell him why she is making a fuss. The maid quickly apologized to him. She informed him that there is someone unidentifiable in the hidden domain right now. She told him that there is no traces of the person entering the domain. She said that everyone is confused. Crete asked her if the person's identity has been revealed. The woman explained to him that the person touched the function that can only be used from inside. She said that she doesn't know the person's identity. Crete realized that the person could have been forcefully summoned through the gate that was made during the Human-Demon War. He asked the maid not to worry about it. He said that the person will die soon. He asked her to just focus on preparing for his daughter's exam. The maid bowed her head and told him that she understands. Crete believed that he might be able to get a good pawn if Adele doesn't die in the hidden domain. The scene shifts, and we are taken back to the dungeon. We see Adele quickly switch positions with the stone. He landed on the ground. He could not believe that he almost died to the wolf guardian. The guardian began to hit the barrier. It wanted to get our boy. Adele realized that he won't be safe once the barrier disappears. While looking at the barrier, he realized that the guardian was also made out of stone. He quickly stood up. He decided to test something. He activated position transfer and designated the guardian as the item. His energy was able to reach the guardian. Adele was happy to see this. He switched positions with the guardian. He locked the wolf outside of the barrier. The guardian began to hit the barrier. Our boy believed that it will die doing this. He began to run. He wanted to find an exit. Unfortunately for him, he came across another barrier. There was a huge mantis guardian inside this barrier. Adele realized that there is a mission at every stage in this dungeon. He could tell that this guardian was more dangerous than the wolf. Of course, this didn't matter to him. He simply switched positions with the guardian. The guardian began to hit the barrier. At the next stage, Adele came across a trap. Several stones were falling from the ceiling. Fortunately for our boy, he simply used position transfer to switch places with the stones and avoid danger. After running for a while, he arrived at another stage. Someone welcomed him to the end of the dungeon. Adele was surprised to see that they welcomed an intruder. He realized that this was the boss room. He wondered if there was someone inside. When he looked inside the barrier, he saw a huge skeleton monster. It was a Death Knight. Thanks to his energy, Adele was able to tell that the Death Knight was at the same level as Feltz. The Death Knight told our boy that he respects him for making it there. Before he could say anything else, Adele activated position transfer and switched places with it. The moment he got inside, he saw a treasure box. The box was bigger than he expected. There was a black dragon ornament engraved on it. Adele realized that he knew something about the black dragon ornament. Among the highest demon families, there is sloth, lust, gluttony, wrath, envy, greed, and there is a family that is as evil and prideful as the black dragon. This is the bear's family. They are the seventh deadly sin. They are the sin of pride. Adele immediately realized that he messed up. He knew that Crete will kill him if he catches him. He decided to empty the box and run away. The moment he opened the box, something latched onto his head. It went into our boy's body through his mouth. Adele puked as the entity went down his throat. He began to scream. He was in severe pain. Blood gushed out of his eye. In the next scene, we see Adele struggling to get up. He wondered about how long he was unconscious. He noticed that his left eye was on the ground. He used his dagger to look at his eye. He noticed that his pupil was black. He quickly opened his status window to see the state of his body. Adele saw that he now had the eye of Superbia. It gives him an extreme increase in dynamic eyesight, and it activates after he kills an enemy. Our boy was happy with what he got. He realized that he won't lose to groups of people weaker than him with this skill. He believed that he made the right choice by coming to the demonic realm. Since he had gotten everything he needed, Adele decided to head out. When he raised his head up, he saw a door in front of him. He did not know that the door was there because he was so focused on the chest. Adele wondered about what he should do. He knew that tons of soldiers will be waiting for him outside because of the commotion he caused. He realized that he will die if he goes outside. He wondered if he had to kneel at the speed of light to beg them to forgive him. Our boy activated his darkness and used it to hide his insignia. He knew that the soldiers will kill him if they find out that he is from the arson family. It won't matter if he begs them. Immediately, he hid the insignia. The Death Knight asked him to open the barrier. Adele quickly turned around. While hitting the barrier, the Death Knight told our boy that Her Highness is coming. He asked him to open the barrier. Adele was surprised to hear about Her Highness. He quickly understood that the jerky and the stone bed was for the girl. He realized that this place is a domain created by the higher families for testing. He quickly took out his paper. He wanted to find out who owns it. He stole the reward the person should have gotten. He believed that the person will cut him into pieces on the spot. Adele asked the paper to tell him the closest character to him. The paper informed him that the information has a price. It asked Adele to provide 100 gold coins or an artifact of the relic rank. Adele told the paper that he will give it 100 mana. Although he didn't like it, our boy knew that he could always recover his mana. The paper took 100 mana from him and assessed it to be satisfactory. It revealed to Adele that the closest person to him is Renee. She is the youngest daughter of Crete Bears. Adele was shocked to hear this. He accepted the fact that his life was over. Renee easily tore through the stone guardians. This domain was created by Crete for his youngest daughter's training. The Eye of Superbia was supposed to be her reward for when she clears the domain. Our boy knew that someone like Renee, who has sufficient authority within the family, is going to cut down the guardians like butter and show up in front of him. The girl easily took care of the Death Knight. After taking care of the monster, she opened the barrier and stepped into the room. Adele put himself together and told himself that he can do this. Renee pointed her sword at him and asked him for his identity. Adele went on his knees and congratulated her for clearing the domain. He told her that she is finally worthy. With a scary look on her face, Renee asked him to explain himself. Adele told her that her father has ordered him to act as her guard. Our boy realized that Renee did not recognize the Eye of Superbia. Renee asked him if her father really chose him. Our boy told her that he is actually skilled, even though he looks like this. Adele planned to use Renee to get out of this place. Renee scoffed when she heard Adele say that he is skilled. Adele decided to show her his skills. He activated position transfer and switched places with her sword. Renee was shocked to see our boy in front of her. Adele grabbed her hand and told her that he will be useful in protecting her. Renee moved her hand and released a scary energy. Adele wondered if she was angry. The girl simply looked away. Our boy was happy to see that she overlooked his mistake. He walked forward and told Renee that they need to head out. He asked her to meet her father immediately she goes out. He told her that he is waiting for her. He told Renee that he has to take care of the other tasks Crete entrusted him with. Our boy wanted to use that opportunity to get out of there. He opened the door and assured Renee that he will be back soon. He noticed that Renee was surprised. The girl called out to her father. Crete smiled at Adele. He became scared. He could not believe that he was looking at Crete. He did not know why the patriarch came there. He believed that Crete would kill him if he sees that he took the Eye of Superbia. He did not understand why the patriarch wasn't reacting. Crete asked his daughter if she successfully cleared the domain. Renee told him that she did. Crete turned around and asked them to follow him. Adele wondered about what the man was thinking. He had no choice but to follow them. It was impossible to shake them off, and he didn't have anything that he could offer the paper, so he couldn't use its power. Crete took them back to his mansion. When they arrived at the door, Crete turned around and asked his guards to return to their quarters. They all accepted his order. Crete asked Adele to stay there. He told him that he will call for him later. Adele couldn't believe that Crete is leaving him alone. He believed that this was his chance. Before he could take a step forward, he felt the presence of the guards. He knew that Crete would not just leave him alone. The scene shifts, and we are taken to the patriarch's office. Crete told his daughter that she has finished his last task. He asked her if she has to go to the training facility. Renee seemed sad to hear this question. She told her father that she has to go. Crete realized that he couldn't change his daughter's mind. He asked her about how Adele was. The girl remembered how our boy appeared in front of her. She told her father that Adele is strong. Crete smiled when he heard this. He found the situation intriguing. He stood up and told his daughter that she can go to Saitan since she has proven herself. Renee was extremely happy to hear this. She thanked her father for allowing her to go. Crete believed that Adele would die immediately he broke into the hidden domain. He did not expect our boy to survive and claim the Eye of Superbia. His daughter also believed that he was strong. Crete realized that he could use our boy. In the next scene, we see a servant guiding Adele to Crete's office. He took him to Crete's office and left. Crete glared at our boy when he stepped into his office. Adele wondered about what he was thinking. He asked the patriarch to tell him why he let him live. Crete smiled and called our boy a bastard. He told him that he fooled his daughter well. The moment he said this, he released his energy. Adele was shocked to feel his power. He fell to his knees and began to struggle. He told the patriarch that he doesn't plan on killing him. Crete smiled and took away his energy. Our boy began to breathe heavily. He could not believe that Crete had this amount of demonic energy. The patriarch told Adele that he is quick-witted. He asked him for his name. Adele told Crete his name, but he didn't mention his last name. Crete raised his hand and released his demonic energy. He used his energy to raise Adele and move him to his desk. Our boy asked him to tell him what he wants from him. Crete ordered him to open his mouth. He pushed a small snake into his mouth and shoved it down his throat. As our boy slowly choked, Crete told him that he needs to do what he told his daughter. He told Adele that the poison will rip his heart apart if he has any other thoughts. He released his energy and made Adele fall to the ground. He told him that he will prepare a place for him to stay. He asked him to wait there until he calls for him again. When Adele raised his head up, Crete asked him to take his leave. Our boy was still breathing heavily. He wondered about what he just swallowed. The scene shifts, and we see a servant take Adele to the house he will be staying in. The servant asked him to rest comfortably. Adele looked around the house. He could not believe that he became a dependent of this household because of Creet's will. He was relieved that Creet allowed him to live, but he felt like he was being used. Our boy realized that he was partially acknowledged by Creet. He believed that the situation might not be so bad. Adele activated his position transfer. He wanted to get rid of the thing in his chest. Fortunately for him, he was able to take the poison out. It turns out that the thing was an inanimate object. Our boy realized that things would have been seriously bad if he failed to take it out. He believed that Creet might notice if he kills the snake immediately. He wondered about what he should do. While he was thinking, the snake opened its eyes. Our boy realized that it woke up immediately because the mana it was receiving from his body got cut off. He quickly activated his mana and carefully fed the snake. Adele couldn't do anything but appease the snake. He hoped that it would go to sleep quickly. After the snake slept off, our boy fell on the bed. He wondered if he had completely eliminated the poison in his throat. He wanted to sleep, but he still had something to do. He opened his status window to see his state. He saw that position transfer was now at level 2, but his mana quantity was still very small. Compared to the protagonist's mana, it is just a drop in the ocean. Adele wondered about how he could increase his mana. While thinking, our boy thought of a method. In the next scene, we see Renee telling him that she doesn't like something. Our boy didn't know what to say. It has been 3 days since he got assigned as Renee's guard. She always gives him cold reactions. When Renee was younger, she had a bright personality, but after losing her mother to the humans, she changed. As the author, our boy felt bad for taking away her mother. While they were taking a walk in the garden, a servant calls out to both of them. He told them that the patriarch is calling them. Adele knew that the reason Creet would call them is related to Renee's entrance to Saitan. Renee hoped that she would be able to go to Saitan after clearing the domain, but her father did not allow her. When they arrived at his office, Creet told his daughter that Saitan isn't an easy place. He told her that she will die after a while with this level of skills. He told her that she will die without being able to properly avenge her mother. Renee became angry when she heard this. Adele felt like he shouldn't be in the room for a conversation like this. Creet told his daughter that he will allow her go for the entrance if she takes Adele as her guard. Renee shook her head and told him that she won't. Adele did not expect the girl to hate him this much. Saitan is the demonic realm school where all the promising children in the realm gather. They were constantly in conflict with the Imperial school which the protagonists went to. In that part of the story, many students, including Renee, died. It is the worst place to be at. It is like a ticking time bomb. Adele could not comprehend why Renee would want to go to a place like this. He would have avoided the school if it was him. The moment he thought of this, Adele realized that the school is the best place for him to gather forces. He already knows most of the big incidents that will occur between the Imperial school and Saitan. He decided to take the chance. He told Creet that he has a request to make. Adele believed that he needs to get what he can if he is going to be dragged out of here anyway. He told Creet that he wants to request something related to mana. The patriarch smiled when he heard this. He told our boy that he thought he was going to ask him to remove it. Renee noticed that Adele was shaking when he heard this. Our boy was actually pretending. He was relieved to see that Creet didn't catch on to the fact that the worm poison was no longer inside him. Creet called Adele an arrogant bastard and asked him to tell him his request. He ordered Renee to take her leave. The girl bowed her head and turned around. She glared at Adele as she walked past him. Adele wondered if she really hated the idea of going with him this much. He wondered if Creet was going to give him a mana elixir or an artifact. Creet revealed to Adele that he sent his daughter away because he wants to give him a treasure that his family members might react sensitively to. Adele was surprised to hear about the family treasure. The patriarch stood up and told Adele that he is aware that he has a small amount of mana. He told our boy that he has to do this much for him because he is going to die in his daughter's place. He released his energy and asked Adele to come closer. He revealed to him that he will transfer the bear's mana cultivation technique to him. Adele was shocked to hear this. Creet placed his hand on Adele's head and called out to the demon god. He asked the demon god to grant him clarity of the flow among chaos. He asked the demon god to bestow the rightful trials upon them and to not let thousands of demons starve. He asked the demon god not to put them to the test. He said that his name will be glorified should he do so. After saying this, he took his hand off our boy's head. He let Adele focus on the energy he passed on to him. He told our boy that a normal person would have lost their sanity after hearing the chant. He found Adele to be very interesting. He explained to him that mana will be bestowed upon him directly from the demon god with this mana cultivation technique. Our boy was shocked to hear about the demon god. Preet revealed to Adele that his family is related to the 7 deadly sins. Our boy was surprised to hear this. With a smile on his face, Preet told Adele that it doesn't matter if he is a spy. He reminded him that he has planted the worm poison inside him. Adele could not believe that the arson family is related to the 7 deadly sins. He did not remember making such a setting. The patriarch asked him to leave. The scene shifts and we see Adele meditating in a forest. He was sitting on a huge rock. He chose to practice here because his mana could go out of control. Our boy called out to the demon god and released demonic energy from his body. He knew that he won't be able to use human mana again once he accepts demonic energy. Unfortunately, he didn't have a lot of choices. The demonic energy covered him. A mysterious being emerged from the energy. He called Adele mongrel. Our boy was shocked to see this being. This being said that Adele doesn't carry the blood of a certain child. He said that our boy carries the blood of a filthy traitor. Adele asked the mysterious being if he is the demon god. The mysterious being said that he is. He said that he is known as the god of pride in this world. Our boy asked the demon god if he plans on killing him. The demon god told him that he would have died the moment he spoke. He said that he doesn't want to kill him for some reason. He told our boy that he is burned with the same sin as him. He told him that he feels a strange sense of kinship with him. He revealed to Adele that he will bestow a mark upon him since he walks the same path as him. The demon god drew 3 marks on Adele's hand. He explained to him that the mark signifies that he will be able to wield his power. The demon god called Adele arrogant traitor and asked him to make sure that he doesn't lose his composure to pride. Adele realized that he has basically gotten 3 additional lives with this mark. He believed that his entire body will be covered with tattoos soon. While our boy was looking at his arm, someone watched him from a tree. Adele quickly turned around when he sensed the person's presence. The person turned out to be Renee. Our boy was surprised to see her. He wondered why she was there. He wondered if she overheard him and the demon god. With a look of admiration on her face, Renee called our boy a dark priest. Adele was shocked to hear this. A month after our boy received the mark, his mana tripled. Although Adele trained hard, he didn't expect his mana to triple in such a short period of time. Our boy believed that it was thanks to his interest and focus traits. Adele realized that he might be able to surpass the heirs of the 6 houses of the human realm in a couple of years. He believed that he could conquer a certain hidden domain in his current state. While thinking, Adele hears Renee swinging her sword behind him. He wondered why the girl was doing this in front of his house instead of the training ground. He turned around and called out to her. Renee quickly stopped training and moved close to him. Adele was happy that she wasn't avoiding him like before, but he did not like the fact that she assumed he was a priest. He was not surprised that she misunderstood things because dark priests are the only ones who can communicate with the demon god. Our boy was relieved to see that she didn't hear what he spoke about with the demon god. However, if Renee continues to treat him like a superior, bad rumors will go around the family. When Adele called out to her, she quickly answered him. Our boy told her that he understands what she is thinking. He begged her to treat him in the same manner that she used to. Renee felt like this wasn't right. Before she could say anything else, Adele explained to her that he is simply following orders from Crete to protect her. He asked her to treat him comfortably. The moment she heard this, she pushed her hair back and ordered Adele to bring her some water. Our boy was surprised to hear this. Renee reminded him that he asked her to treat him comfortably. She told him that she is tired and thirsty after training. Adele became certain that the girl was from the family of pride. He could not believe that her attitude changed so quickly. Renee asked him to hurry. Our boy realized that he now needs to do whatever she asks him to do. Renee sat on a huge piece of wood and drank the water. Adele held her sword for her. He watched her drink the water. He wanted to quickly conquer the hidden domain. Unfortunately for him, Renee wasn't leaving him alone. Adele knew that he didn't have enough time left. He wanted to act before the main character crosses over to the demonic realm and obtains the treasure. Our boy knew that he needs this treasure in order to survive in Saitan. He called out to Renee. He asked her about how her preparations for Saitan enrollment is going. Renee asked him about why he is suddenly asking about it. Our boy gave her the sword back. He told her that she will face all sorts of vicious humans at the school. He told her that he is asking because he is worried about her. Renee told him that she packed everything she needs. Adele asked her if she is certain. He told her that she can go back to double-check just to make sure. He told Renee that he doesn't want her to be troubled later when she realizes that she forgot to bring something important. Renee wasn't buying Adele's excuse. She asked him to stop beating around the bush. Adele told her that he is only saying this because he is worried about her. He reminded her that he is her escort. Renee called him a liar. She asked him to tell her what he is trying to do behind her back. Adele realized that she wasn't falling for it. With a sad look on her face, Renee asked him if he is sick of her. Our boy realized that he messed up. He revealed to her that there is a domain around this area. He said that he was planning on conquering this domain. He told Renee that he was worried about her safety. Our boy hoped that Renee would accept his explanation. The girl told him that she has now remembered what she forgot. Adele was happy to hear this. He asked her to return to the mansion. Renee told him that she forgot to warm up. Adele was surprised to hear this. He asked her about what she means. Renee put her sword away and told him that she hasn't warmed up yet. She told Adele that she is going to follow him to the domain. She said that they can finish today since it is nearby. Adele began to panic. He didn't know what to tell her. Renee asked him about where the domain is. Adele revealed to her that it is the domain of the Undying. The place was once ruled by necromancers, but now it is full of wraith-fied soldiers after the necromancers were wiped out in the Human-Demon War. Renee told Adele that she knows about the place. She became a bit nervous, seeing that it was enough to bother Renee. Our boy believed that it must be a middle upper-level domain. He realized that the number of soldiers in the domain would have increased by now. He believed that getting help from Renee won't be so bad. The problem he had was that moving together will make it harder to escape the mansion. News will reach Creek quickly. Adele told Renee that she can stay if it is a burden. He explained to her that things will be bad if her father finds out that she left without his permission. Renee told him that it is okay. She revealed to him that she knows a secret exit. She guided Adele to a hole in the wall. Adele told her that she seems very familiar with this place. Renee looked away when she heard this. Adele could tell that she sneaks out often. He put away the basket he was holding. The scene shifts, and we see the two of them on a mountain. Adele asked Renee to tell him how much farther they need to walk. The girl turned around and glared at him. Our boy explained to her that he has had no reason to leave the premises. He said that he is not well informed about the surroundings. Renee told him that they are almost there. She told him that they need to get over a certain mountain. Our boy could not say anything. He simply followed her. After walking for a while, they arrived at their destination. They saw some destroyed buildings. Renee called humans son of a Cerberus. Adele realized that this is how demons call someone a son of a bitch. He realized that he needed to do his best to hide the fact that he is from the arson bloodline from Renee. Only Adele knew where the domain was. He pointed at some rocks and told Renee that they should be able to get in by digging there. After clearing the stones away, they saw a gate in the ground. Adele recalled that he wrote that soldiers with rotting flesh protect the lands under the largest rock statue. When the path opened up, Adele asked Renee if he should take the lead. Renee told him that she will go in first. As they walked in the tunnel, some bright torches light up. This place was brighter than Adele expected. After walking for a while, they came across a deserted building. It gave off a creepy vibe. Renee told Adele that they came to the right place. This domain was on a different level from the bear's domain. Our boy believed that there must be at least 100 new graves here. Renee took out her sword and asked Adele to follow her. Our boy quickly took out his dagger. The moment they stepped into the domain, skeleton soldiers rose from the ground. The soldiers quickly surrounded them. Adele told the girl that he will leave this to her. Renee accepted this and released her demonic energy. She charged at the monsters and tore them apart with a single strike. Our boy realized that he made the right choice by bringing her here. He told her that there must be a necromancer caster near the swarm. Renee destroyed the monsters in front of her and told our boy that she understands. Adele blocked a skeleton's attack and told Renee that he will catch up to her soon. While she was destroying the skeletons, Renee noticed that they were regenerating and putting themselves back together. She was surprised to see that they actually got revived. The necromancer caster told them that they must be fearless to come to a place like this. He ordered his subordinates to eliminate the intruders. Renee told Adele that the monsters keep getting revived. She asked him about what she should do. Adele ran towards her and informed her that it is because of the caster. He asked her to keep advancing. The moment he said this, a skeleton attacked him. Our boy used his dagger to cut off its head. He told Renee that he has an easy way of clearing this domain. The girl told him that she understands. Immediately she said this. She charged at the caster. The caster raised his orb and ordered his subordinates to stop them. Adele also ran towards the caster. He wanted to break the orb to end everything. He realized that he will finally be able to use position transfer new ability. Before Renee could reach the caster, a huge skeleton appeared in front of her. Adele became worried. He quickly called out to the girl. Renee easily pierced through the skeleton with her sword. Adele saw the skeleton's skull in the air. He activated position transfer and designated it as the item. He switched positions with it. He appeared above the caster. The second level of position transfer allows him to swap objects with each other. The ability is known as exchange. Adele activated this ability and switched his dagger for the orb. The caster was shocked to see this. Before it could do anything, Adele crushed the orb with his hand. The moment he did this, the skeletons began to fade away. Our boy turned to Renee and told her that they did it. Immediately he said this. He heard the caster thank him in his head. Adele did not feel like he should be thanked. The tragedy that happened here took place because of what he wrote. He hoped that the skeletons rest in peace. While he was thinking, Renee called out to him. She asked him if there is anything left to do. Adele told her that it is time for them to get their reward. Our boy was happy to see that he was finally going to get the item that he needs. Adele found 2 items in the treasure box. He found a dagger known as the Fong of Darkness. It is a dagger made from dark steel from the demon realm. It converts darkness to mana. It increases sharpness and speed in the dark. The other item he got is a ring known as the Eternal Full Moon. It is an artifact ring that absorbs mana sensitivity and moonlight. Adele gladly took the Fong of Darkness. He wanted to use his darkness trait to the max with it. The ring was good, but our boy didn't really need it. He asked Renee to take the ring. He said that he will take the dagger. The girl accepted his offer. Our boy grabbed her hand and put the ring on her finger. Renee began to blush when she saw this. She looked away from Adele. She seemed to be very shy. Our boy wondered why she was reacting like this. He wondered if demons also have a meaning to putting on a ring. He asked Renee about how it is. The girl felt some energy moving in her body. She told Adele that it is amazing. Our boy told her that he is happy she likes it. He placed his hand into the treasure box and took out the gold coins inside. He said that he will take all the coins since he defeated the boss. Renee pushed her sword into the gold to stop him. Adele became scared. He told her that they can share it equally down to the last penny. After they cleared the domain, they returned to the mansion. Adele spent his time doing Renee's errands and training his mana. A month passed by like this. In the next scene, we see Adele looking at his status window. He was happy to see the progress he had made. His mana was now close to 1300. He was now on the level of the middle-ranked demons in the demonic realm. A few days later, Crete called him and Renee. He revealed to his daughter that it is time for her to enter Saitan. He told her that she will go to the capital for her entrance to the academy today. He asked Renee and Adele if they are finished with their preparations. They both said that they are. Crete asked them to head out. He told them that they don't need a farewell. Adele noticed that Renee looked sad. She bowed her head and turned around. Our boy told the patriarch that he will leave with Renee. Crete called out to him. He told him that he hopes he will do well. Our boy said that he will. Crete watched as his daughter got into the carriage. He carefully watched everything from the window. Adele noticed him. He recalled that Crete said that he wasn't going to give them a farewell. He realized that even demons feel the same way about their kids. Our boy was worried about his future, but now that things have gotten to this stage, he told himself that he must achieve his goal in Saitan. When he got into the carriage, they began their journey. On their way to the capital, Adele stared at Renee. He noticed that the girl hasn't said anything since they started their journey. He wondered if he did something wrong. Renee took a look at him while he was thinking. She didn't like our boy at first because he looked suspicious, but now she noticed that he is actually good-looking. Adele did not know why she was looking at him. He decided to start a conversation. He told her that the weather is great today. Renee realized that our boy's words and actions lack weight, and he is nowhere near strong enough in terms of power. She wondered if Adele is really a priest. Adele looked outside the window. He did not know why Renee was staring at him. Renee told herself that she is being stupid. She remembered that she saw Adele talking to the demon god. She did not know why she was doubting him. She took a look at the ring he gave her and began to blush. To demons, this ring is an eternal vow. This is what it means when someone of the opposite gender inserts a ring onto one's finger in the demonic realm. Renee recalled that our boy did this without saying much. She wondered about the kind of vow he made. She was really curious. While she was thinking, Adele called out to her. He informed her that they will be arriving an hour earlier than expected. Renee stared at our boy. She looked away and told him that she has heard. This just made Adele more nervous. He asked her if he messed something up. Renee asked him to keep quiet. She said that she wants to take a nap. In the next scene, we see Adele and Renee come down from the carriage when they arrived at the capital. Adele was the one who carried their bags. Although the capital didn't look very different from the human realm, it looked medieval-esque to Adele. The difference between this place and the human realm is that some people have horns and other physical differences. Elite demons have something that separates them from the rest. They have tattoos. Renee called out to our boy and asked him to stop looking around. Adele quickly moved close to her. He asked her about where they are headed. Renee explained to him that the entrance exam takes place in 2 days' time at noon. She told him that they need to register for the exam. Adele suggested that they tour the capital since the exam is in 2 days. Renee told him that she is not feeling it. This killed our boy's mood. He wanted to try to convince her, but Renee told him that they don't have time. She told him that they need to register. Adele recalled that her backstory is that she hasn't left the house since her mother's death. He did not know why she wasn't excited to look around. He couldn't figure her out. The scene shifts, and we see Adele looking at the size of the school. It was triple the size of an ordinary university. At the stand for registering, we see an attendant ask someone to come back 2 days later for the exam. After the person, Adele stepped forward. He told the man that he wants to register for entry. The man asked him about what he is. Adele was surprised to hear this. The man told him that he doesn't look like a demon. With a look of anger on his face, the attendant asked Adele if a half-demon like him dares to apply. He said that they may have lost the war, but this is not a place for him. Adele did not know what to say. He realized that he has a very depressing future ahead of him. The attendant called Adele a rat bastard. Before he could say anything else, Renee walked up to him and asked him if something is wrong. The man immediately recognized her horns. He said that the intake this year is amazing. He could not believe that he got the chance to see a child of the 7 deadly sins house. He told Renee that she has to state her house and identity since she is an applicant. Our girl told him her name and told him that she is from House Bears. She revealed to him that Adele is the guard who will be admitted with her. The attendant could not believe that a half-demon was a bodyguard of the child of one of the 7 deadly sins. He said that the 7 deadly sins have lowered their standards. He could not believe that the half-demon was getting admitted into Sidon. Renee moved her hand close to her sword and asked the man to shut up. With a scary look on her face, she told the attendant that she will not stand by and watch him insult her family any further. The attendant became scared. He told our girl that they don't discriminate against the identity of the applicants. He asked her to forget what he said. He asked Adele for his name and house. Our boy told him his name and told him that he belongs to House Pixie. The attendant told him that his registration is complete. He asked him to come back on the day of the entrance exam. During the Human-Demon War, half-demons were stronger and they fought against humans. It is natural that demons feel hostile towards half-demons. Although they couldn't help it, Adele was still angry that he was discriminated against. Renee glared at the man as they walked forward. Adele told her that they need to get accommodations. Our boy found a place that looked okay. Renee told him that the taverns around here are too old. Adele told her that they don't have any choice because they don't have money. Our boy knew that the 10 gold Creek gave them will barely be enough for the 2 of them to live on for a month. Due to the aftermath of the war, House Bears has become poor. Our boy couldn't ask the patriarch for more. He told Renee that they need to go in. Our boy asked the attendant if there is a room for 2 people to stay for 2 days. The attendant told him that there is. He asked Adele if he will be sharing a room with the person next to him. Renee blushed when she heard this. Adele asked the man to give them separate rooms. The attendant gave them 2 keys. He said that 2 room for 2 days with food included will cost 2 gold. He told them that their room are on the 2nd floor. When Adele paid the man, he realized that the 2 gold is worth 200,000 Korean won in his world. Renee grabbed a key and walked up the stairs. She told our boy that she will be going up first. Adele told her that he will bring the luggage in soon. He asked her to have a good rest. He watched her as she walked up the stairs. He recalled that Renee has always lived in a huge mansion. This was her first time staying in a place like this. Our boy believed that she will get used to it soon. He picked up the luggage and decided to rest for 2 days. On the day of the entrance exam, we see a soldier telling the applicants to head inside and follow instructions. Adele looked around as he walked inside. He could tell that there was at least 100 people there. He did not expect that there would be so many applicants signing up to defeat humans. He realized that he must be careful to not let his identity get exposed. While he was looking around, someone announced that they should present their ID card and board in order. Adele wondered about what they are boarding. The moment he thought of this, a train appeared in front of everyone. Our boy did not expect to see the train. Multiple maze-like dimension gates have been set up to block intruders. Only by taking the train can one reach Saitan. Adele did not expect that the enormous fortress they saw from the outside was just a part of this place. He wondered about how big this place is. Someone announced that they will be arriving at Saitan shortly. Everyone was asked to brace for impact. Adele and Renee quickly held on to the chair. When the turbulence was over, the train arrived at Saitan. Adele and Renee stepped down from the train. The applicants were asked to enter the auditorium where the exam will hold. The applicants all followed the instruction. The auditorium was quite huge. It was a bit overwhelming for Adele. Our boy noticed that there were only young demons there. He wondered if there are other heirs of the 7 deadly sins here. 3 people wearing black coats stepped into the auditorium. Adele was able to tell that they weren't applicants. He realized that they were instructors. He believed that his life here might be a bit easier if he leaves a good impression on them. While he was looking at them, Renee said that time is up. The moment she said this, the doors of the auditorium got locked. The auditorium became dark. Adele did not understand what was happening. He was certain it was still daytime. He wondered if it is some kind of magical effect. He became curious about the type of exam they will be given. While everyone was panicking, someone asked them to keep quiet. The spotlight shined on the person who was on the stage. The person was a young girl who was dressed like an instructor. This young girl had a dragon mask on her head and several tattoos on her body. With a scary look on her face, she referred to the applicants as a bunch of brainless, idiotic fools. She welcomed them to Saitan. She told them that many of them are eager to die this year. Adele and the other applicants began to tremble when they heard this. Our boy could not believe that her voice alone carries this much pressure. The girl smiled and said that the small talk is enough. She released her demonic energy and said that they will begin the entrance exam immediately. Adele quickly called out to Renee. Our girl asked him to focus on the exam. The applicants began to fall to their knees. They couldn't withstand her energy. The instructors watched as this happened. The female instructor told the man next to her that the headmaster has such a twisted taste. The man told her that no matter how talented a person is, it will be useless if their mental strength is weak. There is a reason Headmaster Lucian personally oversees the first stage of the entrance exam, which is called the mental endurance test. It is to verify whether applicants can withstand interrogation and keep secrets if captured by humans. The instructor noticed that almost no one is standing even though it has only been 5 minutes. He said that what they have is enough. The woman told him that aside from 8 people, everyone else is on the ground. She did not like this. She had high expectations because there were so many applicants. The man told her that 40% of the applicants lasted for more than 5 minutes. This is much better than the last intake. The woman told him that this intake includes all the heirs of the 7 deadly sins house. The man realized that she was right. He noticed something odd. He saw a kid who was struggling to stand even though he wasn't an heir of the 7 deadly sins. The woman said that Adele has stayed sane for almost 10 minutes. She said that our boy won't last for much longer. Adele slowly fell to his knees. He was still struggling. The man noticed that something was off about our boy. While he was looking at Adele, he released a large amount of energy. The instructors and the headmaster were shocked to see this. Adele was releasing a powerful killing intent. The man believed that our boy was dangerous. He quickly placed his hand on his sword. He told himself that they must kill Adele here. Adele didn't seem very special to the instructor, but while he was staring at him, the air around him suddenly changed. The man felt an emotionless killing intent. It is the same killing intent a person would have when killing insects or picking flowers. This wasn't the primitive killing intent of regular beasts. It was the killing intent of the worst murderers. The attention of every instructor turned to Adele. The man reacted before he realized it. Before he could do anything, the headmaster glared at him. The man let go of his sword. He could not believe that he was feeling nervous when he is up against a mere applicant. A few minutes earlier, Adele was struggling to stand. He felt like he was going to lose his mind. He wanted to find a way to endure this pain. He realized that his killing intent might be enough to go against Lucian's aura. He didn't have a lot of choices. He decided to try it. He activated his killing intent and pushed himself up. Lucian told him that he is holding out well. She asked him if she should increase the intensity a bit. Adele released more killing intent and focused it around his body. Lucian did not expect this. Our boy was able to cover his body with killing intent. He was able to stand and breathe better. He turned to Renee to see how she was doing. Although she was shaking, our girl was still able to hold out. Adele noticed that the other heirs of the 7 deadly sins were also doing okay. He saw the heir of envy whose name is Balkan, the heir of lust whose name is Prone. He also saw the heir of gluttony whose name is Samuel. the heir of sloth whose name is Aaron, and the heir of greed whose name is Goer. Some of these characters were written with genuine affection. However, they are all fated to be killed by the main character's party. All 6 of them, including Renee, will die. While looking around, Adele saw someone he did not expect to see. He recognized the person's long white hair, their red eyes, and brown crown of roses. This person is the demonic realm's worst villain in the future. This person is the Demon Lord. She is currently the heir of wrath. Her name is Diana. Lucian took away her energy and announced that the first exam has come to an end. Adele was still staring at the girl. The Demon King is traditionally from the family of Wrath, so there is no reason for Diana to be here. Adele could not believe that the successor to the Demon Lord came to Saidan. He wondered if something that he isn't aware of happened. While he was staring at Diana, he noticed that the other applicants were getting up. The applicants began to yell. They couldn't accept the fact that they failed. They began to yell at the instructors. One of them asked them if they know who his father is. He asked them to call the headmaster. The huge instructor grabbed his head and told him that he doesn't care about what his father does. He squeezed his head and asked him if he understands. He threw the boy to the ground. He announced that those who couldn't hold out for 5 minutes in the first exam are not needed there. He asked the applicants who failed to leave. Adele realized that this academy is really merciless. He was relieved that he passed the exam. He looked at the stage to see the headmaster. He realized that he recognized her from somewhere. Despite her cute appearance, she is one of the strongest people in the demonic realm. Our boy believed that he got lucky in this first exam. He understood that he needed to be more cautious because he could fail at any moment. He knew that fewer people will pass the second exam. While he was thinking, he saw people gossiping about how amazing Renee is. They called her the combat genius of the Bears family. Our boy did not expect Renee to be so popular. He realized that it was natural for the heirs of the 7 deadly sins to be popular. They even withstood the headmaster's overwhelming killing intent. Adele felt bad that people weren't paying attention to him, even though he also withstood her killing intent. Renee walked up to Adele. She was happy to see that he also passed. Our boy told himself that he should be satisfied with the fact that he gave an impression that he is not an ordinary student. He was certain that the instructors and the headmaster will remember him. While he was talking to Renee, the huge man called for everyone's attention. He introduced himself as Ares. He told them that he is the instructor in charge of teaching them. Ares looked like someone who would carry a sashimi knife in his inner pocket to Adele. Ares congratulated the applicants on passing their first exam for their mental strength. He explained to them that the test was to see if they could maintain their sanity in a situation where they are tortured by humans in the future. Ares announced that the 8 applicants who held out until the end will receive extra points. He told them that they will be allowed to enter the weaponry if they perform the same way in the second test. Adele was happy to hear about the weaponry. He was extremely happy that he held out until the end. He could sense the envy from everyone else. Ares decided to explain the second exam to the applicants. He revealed to them that they will be testing their abilities in this exam. He told them that they will be showing them the kind of talents and weapons they can use against humans. He explained to them that the class they will be assigned to will depend on this exam. He asked them to keep this in mind. Adele realized that Ares was telling them that they will be assigned to the appropriate class depending on the weapons and talents they use. Our boy wondered about the kind of human they will be going against. Ares snapped his finger and told the applicants that this is the human they will be facing. A large amount of energy was released. A man with a tiger painting on his armor appeared. Adele was shocked to see this man. He was certain that he was looking at the strongest hero among the heads of the 6 great families. He knew that he was looking at Nini Cell. Adele didn't understand why Nini Cell was there. Renee noticed that he was surprised. She asked him if he knows the man. Our boy knew who he was looking at. Nini Cell is the head of House Nini. He is someone very closely related to the protagonist of the original story. It is not just a close relationship. Cell is the protagonist's father. He is the Sword Saint. He created the most powerful house in the Empire with his talent alone. Some of the demons noticed that they were looking at the Sword Saint. One of them said that the instructors are trying to eliminate them quickly. Adele did not expect some of the demons to know the Sword Saint. He realized that Cell actually defeated a large amount of demon houses. Ares told the examinees that they don't expect them to withstand the full force of the Sword Saint. He said that the Sword Saint will only use 10% of his strength. The demons knew that they wouldn't stand a chance if Cell used his full strength. Renee asked Adele if 10% isn't too small. Our boy told her that it is not. He said that a monster is still a monster even if it is weakened. He knew that 10% of the Sword Saint's power can easily destroy an entire city. He wondered about how the demons would be able to pass such a difficult test. He believed that the instructors must have a certain standard that they qualify as a pass. He wanted to use the information scroll to know the standard, but he didn't have enough money. Also, the number of questions he can ask is limited. Ares announced to the examinees that they will be divided into teams of 4 because they can't take on the Sword Saint alone. In order to keep things fair, the top 8 from the first test will be placed in different teams, and the others will be assigned randomly. Adele realized that he and the heirs of the 7 deadly sins are the top 8 the instructor was referring to. The demons that admired Renee quickly turned to her with a smile on their faces. Unfortunately for our boy, the demons only glared at him. He felt like they were saying that he got lucky. He was already used to their stares. While he was thinking, Renee tapped him. She gently asked him to pass and come back safely. Adele wished the girl success. Immediately he did this. Ares began to assign the examinees to groups. Adele got assigned as the leader of Group 33. His teammates were Kina, Chris, and Sanchez. Our boy didn't recognize any of these names. He wondered if they were extras who didn't have a lot of significance in the original story. He walked up to his teammates and greeted them. A boy with blue hair introduced himself as Chris. He also introduced the girl next to him as Kina. The girl waved to our boy. Chris introduced the boy behind them as Sanchez. Sanchez seemed angry to see our boy. He couldn't believe that a half-demon was his team leader. He said that this is a disgrace to his house. Adele could not believe that some extra was looking down on him. He wondered why the boy was acting as if he was an heir of the 7 deadly sins. He turned to the other 2 and said that they need to do their best. Chris and Kina confidently said that they will give it their all. Adele said that they need to first assign roles. He asked his teammates to tell him the kind of weapons or abilities that they use. He asked Chris to go first. The boy said that his ability is mana transformation. He said that he can deploy a triangular prism and morph it into an armor or a sword. Immediately he said this. He released his energy and created the prism. He said that the prism is quite versatile even though it doesn't have a high killing power. Adele liked his ability. He believed that it was good enough. He asked Kina to go next. The girl said that she is a support type. Our boy asked her if she has a buff ability. Kina said that she does. She closed her eyes and released her energy. She revealed to Adele that she prays to the demon god to enhance her allies' powers. Immediately she said this. She raised her hand and prayed for Adele. A golden energy covered our boy. While breathing heavily, the girl asked Adele if he feels lighter. Our boy told her that he is not sure. Kina raised her head and told him that he is mean. Adele laughed and said that he was just joking. He asked her not to be upset. Even though Adele could barely feel the effects of her power, he felt like it was better than nothing. He wondered about how this girl was even able to pass the first test. He turned to Sanchez and asked him about his ability. The boy covered his body with rocks. Adele smiled when he saw that the boy had a hardening ability. He knew that this would be perfect for a tank. Sanchez took away his ability and asked our boy to show them his power. Immediately he said this. Adele swapped positions with an item and appeared in front of him. He told the boy that his ability is teleportation. Sanchez was shocked to see him so close to him. Kina and Chris were amazed by Adele's ability. Chris told him that it is a really good ability. Adele thanked him for the compliment. He decided not to reveal the details of his ability because he didn't know what could happen later. He told his teammates that their positioning is simple. Chris and Sanchez are to be at the front because they are good at defense. Our boy was going to take the center. He asked Kina to support him from the rear. He asked the group if they are okay with their positions. Kina said that it sounds good. Sanchez didn't want to say anything. Immediately, they finished talking. Ares announced that the second test will now begin. He asked the groups to prepare themselves. He ordered Group 1 to step forward. There were 3 boys and 1 girl in this group. Adele did not expect the demons to have a fire in their eyes when they knew that they would be facing the Sword Saint. The Sword Saint raised his sword and tore through the group with 1 strike. Adele and his teammates were shocked to see this. Our boy saw the demons screaming as they laid on the ground. There were no injuries on their bodies, but they felt some pain. He realized that he couldn't even see the Sword Saint move. He wondered if this was really 10% of Cell's power. Ares asked Group 2 to step forward. The members of the group also got taken down in a single strike. Everyone was shocked to see this. Ares asked Group 4 to step out. The team leader and another boy moved close to him. The team leader of the group said that they won't fight. He said that there is no point in fighting if they are going to lose. Aries looked the boy in his eyes. He told him and the other boy that they can skip the test. He asked the other two members if they want to still try. One of them said that they will take their shot. Adele did not think that the boys would still want to try fighting. He began to understand the qualification he needed to pass the second test. Chris asked our boy if the boys don't need to take the test. Adele said that they don't. Aries asked the boys from Group 4 to start after they took a stance. Adele knew that two people couldn't handle Cell. He decided to see what the boys will do. Cell swung his sword and released his mana. His attack easily took out the boys. Adele was not surprised to see this. He knew that the boys would be in pieces if the Sword Saint had used his real sword aura. Chris asked his group if they can really defeat this powerful monster. With a shaky tone in his voice, Sanchez asked him if he is scared of a mere human. Adele noticed that the boy was shaking while he was standing. Aries asked Group 5 to step out. Cell took them out in one strike. Group 9 was also taken out in one strike. When it was Group 10's turn, they forfeited the duel. A while later, Group 30 was called out. A total of 5 groups forfeited their matches before it got to Group 30. No single group managed to land a meaningful attack on the Sword Saint. Adele and his teammates watched the members of the group discuss their strategies. This was a battle against an undefeated opponent, and there was no chance of giving up halfway into the match. When the Sword Saint swung his sword at the group, one of them managed to block the attack. Chris was surprised to see this. Adele realized that the fights began to last longer when they started going down. The skills of the applicants were always much better than the previous applicants. Our boy watched the Sword Saint take out Group 30. He now finally understood the true condition for passing the second test. While he was looking at the Sword Saint, Sanchez said that it will soon be their turn. Chris told him that he is shaking. Adele revealed to his group that he figured out how to pass the second test. Sanchez was surprised to hear this. He asked him about what he means. Our boy explained to the group that the examiners want them to stand back up and fight to the end even when they lose to an overwhelming force. He said that he is certain that this is the criteria for passing because of how the instructors are handling the quitters and how strong the Sword Saint is. Adele told his group that they should try to defeat the Sword Saint. Immediately he said this. Aries asked Group 33 to step out. Adele drew his dagger and told his group that they can defeat Cell with their power. Sanchez was shocked to hear this. Kina said that they should try it. Chris said that it doesn't matter if they lose. Our boy told himself that it doesn't matter if he is a half-demon. He said that he will defeat Cell with the talent of the strongest villain. The group quickly got in formation and activated their abilities. Although Adele was confident, he didn't really know what to do. Cell is different from the protagonist. Our boy didn't really have any information on Cell because he didn't write much on him in his past life. He asked his group not to get nervous. He asked them to fight in their positions. Chris accepted the order. Sanchez told him that he knows this. When Cell released his mana, Adele informed his teammates that he is about to attack. The moment he said this, Cell raised his sword and fired an attack at them. His attack instantly shattered Chris's prism. The attack sent the boy flying. Sanchez used his body to block the attack. Adele quickly turned to Kina. He asked her to protect Chris. The girl asked him to leave it to her. She quickly covered Chris in her energy. She wanted to reduce the impact of his fall. Adele turned to Sanchez and called out to him. The boy told him that he knows. Immediately he said this. The Sword Saint fired another attack. Sanchez got pushed back a bit. He stood his ground and pushed the attack away. He told Adele that he withstood it. Adele commended him for this. He realized that he saw a gap in Cell's defense before he used his second slash. Our boy didn't take advantage of this because it was too obvious of a gap. His instincts warned him not to go in. He wondered if Cell was trying to bait them. He wondered if the man had an AI in him. He quickly turned around and told his teammates that the second attack is coming soon. He asked them to take their positions. Chris quickly moved forward and formed his prism. His prism was already heavily damaged from the first slash. Adele noticed that the boy was at his limit and Sanchez's arms are starting to crack. He could not believe that a single attack did this. He asked the boys to last a little longer. Immediately he said this. Cell swung his sword and fired a slash at them. Our boy saw another gap in his defense when he swung his sword. Chris's shield got destroyed. He was sent flying. Sanchez had to block the slash. The strike tore through the boy's skin. Sanchez noticed that the attack has gotten stronger. He asked Adele about what he is waiting for. He said that they are going to be killed if they keep going. Our boy told him that they need to last a little longer. Sanchez called him a crazy bastard. Our boy wondered about what Cell was going to do. They were the only team that blocked the second attack. The Sword Saint took away his mana and changed his stance. Adele did not know why he did this. While he was looking at Cell, he heard Kina call out to Chris. The boy pushed his worn-out body up. His body was shaking. Adele asked him if he is okay. He asked the boy to trust him one more time. Sanchez turned to his teammates. He asked Adele about what he is doing. He told him that Cell is about to attack again. Chris asked our boy if he has a plan. Adele told him that he does. With a scary smile on his face, he said that he will drive a blade into Cell's throat. Chris and Kina were horrified to see the look on his face. When the Sword Saint released his mana, Sanchez called out to Chris and told him that Cell is about to attack. Adele moved close to the boy and told him that he is going to have to last without Chris's shield. Sanchez was shocked to hear this. He wanted to question our boy. Unfortunately for him, the Sword Saint fired a powerful slash at him. The attack completely destroyed Sanchez's armor. The boy was sent flying. While he was in the air, Adele used his position transfer to switch places with him. While our boy was in the air, he designated the Sword Saint's sword as his target. He used move to switch positions with the sword. He instantly appeared in front of the defenseless Sword Saint. He was ready to take the man out. He quickly thrust his dagger at him. Ares and Renee were surprised to see this. Unfortunately for our boy, his blade could not reach Cell. The Sword Saint gave him a kick in the chest before his dagger could reach his throat. Adele spat out some blood and grit his teeth. He knew that he had to hold on. He activated his darkness trait and covered himself and the Sword Saint with a dark energy. Immediately he did this, the shield around him broke. Adele knew that his insides would have burst if he didn't have Chris's shield around him. He was relieved to see that he was able to trap the Sword Saint even though his first plan failed. In this pitch-black space where there is no trace of light, even Adele cannot see anything here. Fortunately for him, he has the Fang of Darkness. In this space, this weapon is stronger than any weapon. Our boy told himself that he will defeat Cell with everything he has. The moment he took a stance, Cell sensed something. He turned around in an instant. He charged at Adele. Our boy could feel him coming close. He was certain that this man was a total monster. When Cell got closer to him, Adele smiled confidently. Immediately he did this. The Fang of Darkness appeared behind Cell. The dagger absorbed the darkness. It created some small portals in the air. Adele opened his palm and told the Sword Saint that he was the one who got lured in this time. The moment he said this, daggers came out of the portal. The daggers looked exactly like the Fang of Darkness. Our boy clenched his fist and activated a skill of the Fang of Darkness, known as the Black Blade Rain. Several daggers got fired at Cell at a crazy speed. The applicants could hear the sound of blades coming from the big black ball. Chris wondered about what was happening inside. Ares said that the fight is almost over. The moment he said this, our boy took away his darkness trait. We see the Sword Saint lying on the ground after getting stabbed by several blades. There was some dark energy in the places he got stabbed. The other applicants were shocked to see what Adele did. They all looked at him in awe. Our boy smiled when he saw that they were silent. He realized that he really took out the Sword Saint. The air of envy said that Adele's fight was fun. Chris and Kina quickly ran to meet our boy. Chris told him that he was amazing. He asked Adele about how he was able to take him down. Our boy told him that he was able to do it because everyone worked together so well. He asked them about Sanchez. Kina said that the boy was in a bit of shock. She said that the instructors are helping him recover. Adele said that he understands. He took out his dagger and moved close to the Sword Saint. He asked his teammates if they should finish the fight. Chris and Kina didn't understand him. Kina said that the fight is already over. Adele bent down and raised his sword. He stabbed Cell's leg. Chris was shocked to see this. He asked our boy about what he is doing. With a smile on his face, Adele said that they need to make sure that the Sword Saint is really dead. Ares did not like what he was hearing. The air of lust smiled when she saw our boy stab Cell in the leg. The girl sat on a boy who bent down and comfortably rested her arm on another boy who knelt down next to her. The boy seemed to be willingly serving her. Fran said that Adele is not half bad for a half-blood. A boy standing next to Fran told her that Adele is nothing special when compared to her. The girl said that this is natural. She said that our boy was born inferior and his true nature will show no matter what. Fran called Adele a stupid and vulgar person. The moment she said this, she saw Renee glaring at her. The girl directed her energy at Fran. Fran was shocked to feel her energy. She wondered about who Renee was. She quickly recognized Renee's horns. She realized that the girl was from House Bears. She wondered why Renee was looking at her like this. She was quite scared. The other demons believed that the girls were already in the battle of intimidation because they were heirs of the 7 deadly sins. They wondered about who was going to win. Fran's subordinates said that she will win. They said that Renee wouldn't even be considered an opponent. The girl became nervous. She knew that Renee wasn't weak. After seeing that Cell was dead, Abel stood up. He noticed that something was happening behind him. He realized that Renee was in the middle of it. He wondered why the girl was releasing so much killing intent. While he was looking at her, someone called out to him. When our boy turned around, he saw Ares. He asked the instructor if something is wrong. Ares asked him if he really doesn't know what he did. Our boy didn't understand him. He told the man that he doesn't know. Ares turned around and told him that he will be watching him from now on. Adele did not expect this. He thought that he would get a compliment. He decided to focus on Renee for now. When he got close to them, Adele saw the two girls releasing their energies. The applicants around them were excited to see them fight. Our boy wondered about who the girl across Renee was. He quickly recognized her blue eyes, long hair, and the single Oni horn on her head. He realized that he was looking at Laurel Fran. He wondered why the girl was trying to fight Renee. Our boy paid a lot of attention to the human world story to the point where he is totally clueless about the demon realm. While glaring at Renee, Fran saw our boy. She pointed at him and referred to him as half-blood. She asked Adele to become her slave. Immediately she heard this. Renee grabbed her sword and charged at the girl. Fran was shocked to see this. She asked Renee if she is crazy. She quickly placed her hand on her sword and drew it. Ares asked them to stop. He told the girls that unnecessary quarrels are forbidden in Sidon. He asked them to resolve their personal problems outside the school grounds. Adele was relieved to see that Ares stopped them. He didn't want anything to happen between the heirs before the entrance ceremony. Renee put her sword away and turned around. While shaking, Fran also put her sword away. She believed that Renee must be messed up in the head. Adele asked Renee if she is all right. He reminded her that her group is up next. The girl put her hand into her pocket. Adele did not know what she was looking for. Renee took out a handkerchief and used it to clean Adele's face. Our boy was shocked to see this. The girl told him that he did a good job. Fran was annoyed to see this. She asked Renee about the kind of relationship she has with Adele. She asked her if she is dating a half-demon. Our boy smiled at Renee and thanked her. He found it odd that he was being treated better now that he passed the test. Renee asked him if he hid his strength to look weaker. Adele did not know what she was talking about. Before he could say anything, Group 34 was asked to step out. Renee told our boy that she needs to go. She told him that she won't tell anyone his secret. Adele could not believe what he was hearing. He used all his strength to pass the test. He wondered if he really looked so weak. He realized that the girl still thinks that he is a priest. While he was thinking, someone asked him to state his name. When Adele turned to the side, he saw Fran. He asked her if she is talking to him. The girl told him that she is. Our boy shared his name with her. The girl told him that Adele is not a bad name. Our boy asked her about why she called him. The girl released her energy and asked Adele to leave Renee and serve her. Fran was certain that Adele will fall for her irrefutable appeal. She wanted to steal Adele and flatten Renee's nose. Our boy turned around and told her that his young lady is up next. Fran was shocked to hear this. She couldn't believe that her charm was not working. She asked Adele to wait. Our boy ignored her. He wondered if he will finally be able to see Renee's full power. He had high expectations for the children of the 7 deadly sins. Renee released her energy and directed it at Cell. Adele was amazed when he felt her energy. The girl was much more incredible than he thought. Renee walked towards the Sword Saint alone. The other demons were surprised to see this. Vulcan laughed and said that the girl is quite funny. Adele could not believe that she was just walking towards the Sword Saint. He wondered about what the girl was thinking. Renee moved close to the Sword Saint and stood in front of him. She looked him in the eyes. Renee and Cell raised their swords and swung it at the same time. Renee's sword destroyed Cell's sword. She used her sword to cut through him. Our boy and the other demons were shocked to see this. When the girl turned around, the Sword Saint's hand fell to the ground. The other applicants began to cheer for Renee. Even Ares was impressed. Adele wondered if he was seeing things correctly. He couldn't believe that she won so easily. He now understood why Cell didn't attack Renee as she approached him. The Sword Saint already identified her power level. Fran said that it is unfortunate that she didn't get the chance to see Renee get ridiculed by the Sword Saint. She said that the girl needs to be capable of doing this if she wants to stand up to her. Adele was surprised to hear this. He asked the girl if the children of the 7 deadly sins can beat the real Sword Saint when they come together. Fran asked him about what he is saying. She said that no being can defeat the Sword Saint. Only the previous Demon King stood a chance against him. Adele told her that the heirs have skills that surpass 10% of the Sword Saint's strength. Fran was annoyed to hear this. She asked him if he is mocking her. She said that anyone with eyes can tell that this is less than 10% of the Sword Saint's power. Adele could not believe what he was hearing. He couldn't believe that he had trouble facing a fake that couldn't even use 10% of the original's power. Although he is the creator of this world, Adele did not know anything about the demonic realm. Even though he wasn't in the best position, Adele was still excited. He wondered about how things would go for him. After Renee was done, the other heirs faced the fake Sword Saint. The heirs easily took out the fake Sword Saint. It was so one-sided that it was hard for Adele to figure out the difference in strength between the heirs. Our boy only knew who the strongest two were. After the heirs were done, Ares announced that the test has come to an end. He asked the applicants to gather in front of the podium. He announced that everyone who engaged in combat passed the test. It doesn't matter if they won or not. The people who gave up failed the test. Adele was relieved to see that his observation was correct. Ares commended the applicants who passed the test. He told them that they are now official trainees of Saitan. He advised them not to get excited because a hellish road is ahead of them. He told them that the road is so hard that it will make them want to quit. He asked the applicants who passed to come for the entrance ceremony in 2 days. He ordered the 8 applicants who defeated the Sword Saint to stay where they are. Renee asked Adele if he knows why Ares asked them to stay. Our boy said that the instructor might want to reward them with the armory he mentioned in the first exam. Ares moved close to the applicants. He told them that he will give them the opportunity to enter the armory, just like he promised. Balkan raised his hand and said that he has a question. Ares asked him to speak. The boy asked the instructor if they can leave with tons of weapons. He said that Saitan weapons will be super useful. Adele was not surprised to hear this from Leekan Balkan. The boy's greed and curiosity know no bounds. Adele remembered that the boy had a decent screen time in his book. Ares told the boy that it will be too difficult for him to focus if he wields multiple weapons. He said that they are only permitted to take one weapon. He turned around and said that he won't be answering any more questions because they are short on time. He asked them to follow him to the armory. Immediately he said this, he placed his hand on a wall. A magic circle got activated. A huge door appeared in the wall. Adele was surprised to see this. Ares told the trainees that this is the perk that Saitan is giving them. He told them that they can make the best or worst choice. Guys, we have come to the end of our video. If you guys want more of this recap, let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and smash that subscribe button for more recaps. See you guys later.